Ever felt like you're playing a financial guessing game? You're scrolling through bank websites, trying to figure out the fine print, and you just want a straight answer, right? Like, how much do I actually need to get started? Today, we're cutting through the noise and tackling a question that's probably on your mind. How much is the opening deposit for Ally Bank? We all know the drill. You're trying to build your savings, maybe open a new checking account, and you stumble upon a bank that seems perfect. Great rates, user-friendly app, everything you could want. But then you hit that wall, the opening deposit requirement. It can be a deal breaker. Is it $25? $100? Or some crazy amount that makes you rethink your entire financial plan? Let's be honest, banking can feel like navigating a maze. There are so many options, so many hidden fees, and so much jargon. It's easy to get lost in the details. And when it comes to online banks, it can feel even more abstract. You can't just walk into a branch and ask someone. You have to rely on websites, FAQs, and sometimes, well, videos like this one. So, why Ally Bank? Well, it's a popular choice for a reason. They've built a reputation for being customer-friendly, transparent, and offering competitive rates. But even with a great bank like Ally, the question of opening deposits remains. It's a fundamental question that needs a clear answer. Before we dive into the specific numbers, let's take a moment to understand why opening deposits even exist. Banks use them to ensure that customers are serious about their accounts. It's a way to filter out casual inquiries and focus on those who are genuinely ready to start banking. And, let's be real, it also helps the bank manage their own funds. Now, you might be thinking, why is this so complicated? Shouldn't it be a simple number? And you're right. It should be. But here's the thing, different types of accounts have different requirements. A savings account might have a different minimum than a checking account, and a money market account might be different still. And that's where Ally Bank shines. They've made it relatively straightforward. For most of their accounts, the answer is refreshingly simple. There is no minimum opening deposit. Yes, you heard that right. $0. You can open a savings account, a checking account, or even a money market account with Ally Bank without needing to fork over a hefty sum up front. This is a huge advantage, especially for those who are just starting out or who don't have a large amount of cash on hand. But, and there's always a but, let's dig a little deeper. While there's no minimum opening deposit, you might want to consider putting some money in to start earning interest. For their online savings account, for example, even a small amount will start accruing interest. That's the beauty of compound interest, right? The sooner you start, the more you earn over time. Now, you might be wondering, if there's no minimum, why do some banks have them? That's a great question. Some traditional brick-and-mortar banks have higher overhead costs, like maintaining physical branches and employing a large staff. They often use opening deposits to offset these costs and ensure a steady flow of funds. Online banks, like Ally, have lower operating costs. They don't have to worry about maintaining a network of physical branches, which means they can pass those savings on to their customers in the form of no minimum deposits and higher interest rates. Let's talk about the different types of accounts Ally Bank offers, just to be thorough. We've got their online savings account, which is a popular choice for those looking to grow their savings. Then there's their interest checking account, which allows you to earn interest on your checking balance. And finally, their money market account, which offers a blend of savings and checking features. For all of these accounts, the opening deposit remains the same, $0. This consistent policy makes Ally Bank incredibly accessible and user-friendly. Now, you might be thinking, okay, no minimum deposit, that's great. But what about fees? That's another important question to ask. Many banks try to make up for low deposit requirements by charging hefty fees for things like monthly maintenance, overdrafts, and even using out-of-network ATMs. Ally Bank, however, is known for its fee-free approach. They don't charge monthly maintenance fees, and they offer generous ATM reimbursement. This transparency is a big part of why they've gained such a loyal customer base. Let's take a moment to talk about the practical implications of having no minimum opening deposit. It means you can start building your financial future without a large initial investment. You can open an account with just a few dollars, or even zero, and gradually add to it over time. This is especially beneficial for young people who are just starting to learn about personal finance. It allows them to get started without feeling overwhelmed by large financial commitments. And it's also great for those who are trying to rebuild their finances after a setback. Now, let's address some common misconceptions. Some people might think that a bank with no minimum deposit is somehow less reputable or less secure. That's simply not true. Ally Bank is FDIC insured, which means your deposits are protected up to $250,000 per depositor, per ownership category. This level of security is standard across most reputable banks. So, to recap, the answer to our initial question is clear. Ally Bank has no minimum opening deposit for its savings, checking, and money market accounts. This makes them a highly accessible and attractive option for a wide range of customers. We've covered the basics of opening deposits, the different types of accounts Ally offers, and the importance of understanding fees and security. But remember, banking is a personal journey. What works for one person might not work for another. It's essential to do your own research and choose a bank that aligns with your financial goals and values. And speaking of personal journeys, let's take a moment to reflect on the importance of financial literacy. Understanding the ins and outs of banking, savings, and investments is crucial for building a secure financial future. Don't be afraid to ask questions, do your research, and seek out reliable information. We've thrown a lot of information at you today, and hopefully, it's helped clear up any confusion about Ally Bank's opening deposit requirements. Remember, the key takeaway is that you can start banking with them without needing a large initial investment. So, if you're looking for a bank that's transparent, customer-friendly, and offers competitive rates, Ally Bank is definitely worth considering. And with no minimum opening deposit, there's really no reason not to give them a try. Remember, financial freedom starts with understanding your options and making informed decisions. And we're here to help you navigate that journey. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.